Many of Silt Saver products use two-stage technology. Let's take a look at the science behind two-stage technology. There were two studies done, one by the University of Georgia, the other one by the University of Auburn. These studies support what Roger already knew. Two-stage technology is the answer to erosion and sediment control devices. The University of Georgia wanted to find out how much pressure any silt fence system would have to hold back. They used clean water flow for this study. They discovered that the first 16 inches of the silt fence received 220 pounds of hydrostatic pressure. When the water reached 24 inches in height, the pressure more than doubled to 500 pounds of hydrostatic pressure. This hydrostatic pressure is the reason traditional silt fences are knocked down and metal posts are bent over. Traditional silt fence is not designed for stormwater release. Auburn University wanted to find out how silt fences held back sediment and if silt fence height had a significant effect on sediment retention. This is a quote from that study. Sediment capture was optimized when upstream impoundments were between 1 foot and 1.5 foot, which resulted in at least 90% retention. Impoundment depths greater than 1.5 feet did not significantly improve the sediment capture. To put this simply, 90% of sediment is trapped by silt fences in the first foot to foot and a half of the fence. Impoundment heights are based on the properties of the material, such as flow rate. Next, making the silt fence taller than the 1.5 feet did not significantly improve sediment capture. Now that we've discussed the science behind two-stage technology, let's apply that knowledge to Silt Saver's WBSF two-stage silt fence, starting from the ground up. This line is a ground level indicator line. This line helps installers by showing the correct depth for installation into the ground. Anything below this line would be buried underground. The half-inch green band indicates the clean-out point of the fence. The next stage is a high-efficiency 50-sieve stage. This stage runs below ground level and continues up to the clean-out point indicated by the half-inch green line. Most states are based off of the M288 standards, which uses a 30 sieve. The 50 sieve stage in the Silt Saver two-stage silt fence is a higher sieve than what most states require. We have designed the high-efficiency 50 sieve to offer an 80 gallons per minute per square foot flow over the full length of the fence, which surrounds the perimeter of your site. The next stage is the controlled and filtered stormwater release stage. This section has a clean water flow of 300 gallons per minute per square foot flow. The purpose of this stage is to release in a controlled manner the cleanest portion of the stormwater, which is the top portion as shown in the previously mentioned Auburn University study. This is the same technology that pond skimmers use. Traditional silt fence is not designed for stormwater release. Instead, stormwater is channeled to the lowest portion of the site. This greatly increases the chance of overwhelming the fence at that point. Once overwhelmed, the previously retained sediment is released into surrounding waterways. Two-stage technology releases stormwater the full length of your perimeter, not just at the lowest point. Because the velocity of the stormwater is reduced, the amount of sediment carried by the stormwater is also reduced. This reduction also reduces the hydrostatic pressure on the whole fence system, allowing the two-stage to stay in place protecting the site.